move into the question and answer portion of today's session. Our fantastic speakers will be jumping in again to answer some of your pre-submitted questions. We'd like to remind you that if you have any questions relating to your individual account, we ask that you contact the customer support team or your dedicated Tasker Success Associate after the event. With that said, let's get started. Our first few questions will be answered by Frank. On to you, Frank.
Thanks, Ashley. So for the first question we got was, it's great that you're launching new features, but can you share what's being done about the persistent bugs? So while we have a rigorous process for testing all features and changes before releasing them to you, we know how frustrating it is to have your work disrupted by bugs or app crashes. Honestly, it's not good for us either. So as we enter our busiest season, we are making some changes to this process to ensure fewer issues slip through the cracks. And when issues do arise, please know that we take your feedback very seriously and can often deliver a fix within a couple of days. New customer support tickets and bugs shared by the Tasker Success team from their calls with Taskers and from the elites are examined by the quality assurance or product team within 24 to 48 hours of the issue being reported. From there, it's a matter of triaging the scope of the problem and how quickly we can solve it. We try to have out a fix within a few days or by the next release at the latest for serious issues. We have been busy solving several bugs for you that have raised, for example, the client picture that has persisted on a number of profiles that some of you refer to as the Taskalisa has now been fixed. Based on feedback from elites, our next release, which is 4.1.0, will show some of the changes to how we present rescheduling versus edit duration. And yesterday, we deployed a quick patch release to resolve an issue with account creation and zip codes being used in Europe and Canada. Please keep informing us of bugs and sending us your feedback about the product. We take it very seriously. Next question, why is sort by percentage of positive reviews no longer accurate in client searches? And for the answer, it is important that clients can search for taskers in a variety of ways, positive reviews being one of them. It can be hard, however, for some taskers to stand out in a category where they don't have much experience, despite having a lot of experience in other categories. Thus, the intent was to allow sorting by ratings and reviews from tasks in all categories rather than the category in which the client is searching. We know that the implementation needs some work, and we are continuing to evaluate ways to highlight taskers that will be best fit for clients. The next few questions will be answered by James. Go ahead, James.
Thank you, Frank. All right. Question, how is the security of our taskers being protected? So the reliability and safety of our users is incredibly important here at Taskrabbit. Taskers and clients can contact Taskrabbit's customer support team if there is ever a problem during a job. Customer support representatives undergo training to support taskers and clients in the case that something goes wrong on a task and can do so via email or live chat. We are working on adding rigor to the vetting of clients that come onto our platform. As part of the next year's planned changes, Taskrabbit is looking to add vendors who can assist with this vetting and ideating on enhancements, including requiring clients to upload photos. We also recently added a new perk, Bond Personal Security. Bond provides users with the resources to feel safe and secure in any situation, making sure a situation that feels uncomfortable doesn't become an emergency. The bond usually costs $450 per year, but taskers can get the same benefits for only $30. I highly encourage taskers to take a look at this, and we'll be sure to post the link in the chat. Next question. What policy will be in place for clients that reschedule and then cancel the task to avoid the cancellation fee? Will you hold clients more accountable for late cancels? So our current policy states that clients pay a 1-hour fee for tasks they cancel within 24 hours of the scheduled start time. It's good to note that to receive the cancellation fee, the client needs to cancel the task. If the tasker cancels, no cancellation fee is sent. There's a very small minority of clients who do reschedule and then cancel to avoid the fee, but we are tracking those closely. If you believe this has happened to you, please reach out to support. One of the other problems with late cancellations is that taskers lose out on the income they would have made because the original time was booked was not added back to their calendar. So I'm happy to share some good news. We are rolling out a change where that time block is automatically re-added to your schedule so that new clients can find and hire you. All right, and I'd like to welcome back Morgan to answer our last few questions.
Hello again, everyone, and thanks, James. All right, the question is, how easy is it to jump from my current city to start tasking in another city? Will you ever expand maps to be over 500 square miles? So I love that we have taskers that travel and task all over their country. All you have to do is redraw your map for your new city, and boom, just like that, everything will transfer over, your reviews, categories, everything on your profile, and you'll show in client recommendations in your new city. If you want to know which cities in your country have lots of demand and not enough taskers, sign up for a call with your Tasker Success Associate. And then we love that taskers are willing to go the distance to help clients in their area, but our data show that larger maps lead to issues with travel and schedule conflicts. We are exploring ways that we can balance your desire to take on more work farther away with positive outcomes for clients too. Next question, how do I grow on Taskrabbit from a one-person team to a multiple-person team? So we have several taskers on the platform who successfully run multiple person teams. In these cases, they may either do the task themselves or send another tasker to do them after gaining the agreement with the client in the chat thread that this is okay. The client really needs to know who is showing up. And I want to be very clear on this point because you don't want to violate our terms of service and put your account at risk. Anyone who is sent to do a task must be a registered tasker. We want to make sure every tasker, everyone who shows up has a background check. Now, if non-taskers are sent, the happiness pledge will not cover their work, and you run the risk of administrative action, including suspension of your account due to violation of the terms of service. Next question is, will there be some kind of bonus scheme or holiday pay? Well, we regularly run bonus incentives in different cities based on supply needs. We announce these in your app, so watch your announcement center for news about live incentives. We also send out push notifications, so make sure that your notifications are on. We are also currently exploring the possibility of a new screen in the app that tells you which incentives are live in your metro and how close you are to earning them. And next question, if you finish a task in 10 minutes, does the client have the right to ask you to do more tasks to complete the hour? This is a great question, and one in which I would emphasize that you are your own boss, so really you can decide. Are the additional tasks relatively easy? If so, you might consider doing them because the result could be a delighted customer who will favorite you in the app and hire you again in the future. That's more work and more money for you in the long term. But if they ask you to do something far more complex or in a category for which you charge a much higher rate, you can also gently ask them to hire you again in the future in the appropriate category. Just know that whatever you do, if you provide great customer service, you are investing in your long-term financial success by creating repeat clients. And that's it.